In the final days, countless supplies worth trillions vanished without a trace, swallowed by chaos and despair. In my previous life, I wandered through desolate ruins, driven by hope, until I finally reached that elusive sanctuary, a utopian base untouched by the horrors outside. Within its walls, there were no chains of class, no cries of hunger. Every soul was nourished and at peace. This fragile paradise owed its existence to one man, Gao Yiwei, its visionary creator. Yet now, Gao Yiwei holds only the title of Deputy City Lord. It was only after uncovering the dark secrets lurking beneath this haven's surface that he resolved to forge a new refuge of his own. I was merely the one who set these events into motion a little sooner than fate intended. But building a base from scratch in this shattered world is an ordeal beyond imagining. If we insist on following our own path, we cannot survive under someone else's roof. Establishing a new base is the only way forward. Ha 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 ha. Do you truly believe you're saviors, dreaming of building a new home? Outside the city walls, beasts roam unchecked, zombies lurk in every shadow, and even securing basic food and safety is a gamble. Are you just sending people to their deaths? Father, if they wish to leave, let them go. They'll crawl back once the world outside breaks them. Oh, son, you speak the truth. It's far too dangerous beyond these walls. I refuse to walk into death's embrace. Better to live as a coward than die a fool. Ha ha. Listen closely. If anyone clings to their delusions, I'll be merciful enough to let you leave. But mark my words, if you starve out there, don't come blaming me. Ha 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 ha. It's just food, right? How could that possibly be a problem? What? You say it so easily. Wait, if he can summon the leader of the Devourer clan, surely he can bring food too. I've heard he's a formidable warrior, powerful beyond measure. Chen, do you really think you're some kind of savior? Stop craving attention. Do you even understand how much supplies a base needs to survive? My supplies are modest, probably enough to sustain around 2,000 people for a month at best. Huh? That's about the same as what's stored in my warehouse. Damn it! Where did he get all those supplies? Why has Chen suddenly become so generous all of a sudden? Who is that? He just emptied this base's entire warehouse. Oh, that explains everything. Sister Duanya, I'm starving. Who told you to recklessly use your powers like that? Chen, we're ready. General Gao, it's time to make your decision. There's not enough food, no proper clothing, and constant bullying. I thought the people here had already sacrificed enough just to survive. But in the end, they were sold off like livestock to the Devourers. I can't stay here another second. Chen, I've decided to join you in establishing a new base. Anyone willing to leave with me, Gao Yiwei, step forward. Let's build a place where we can live with dignity instead of being treated like dogs here. Kanghu team. Baihu team. Gather. What? Bastards, what do you think you're doing? You are the City Lord's army. I am the City Lord. Your loyalty belongs to me alone. Reporting. General, all personnel are ready. Gao, who do you think you are? Without my permission, none of you are going anywhere. Chen, you bastard. If you hadn't brought those people here, my leg wouldn't be crippled. Today, I will kill you. Courting death, Zhang Jianshu, order the City Lord's army to drop their weapons, or I swear I'll snap your son's neck. Everyone, drop your weapons now. General Gao, take your people and the refugees away. I'll handle things here. All right, Chen will be waiting for you at Shangyun University. Release my son and I'll let you leave. Let's both take a step back, okay? Duanya, rooftop, 12 o'clock. Got it, Yun, don't move. You arranged a sniper? Right back at you. Oh right, City Lord Zhang, I accept your proposal. I'll return your son to you. But I have one more question. How does human flesh taste? What? How do you even ask that? Woo-woo. Chen, I swear I will kill you. It seems the rumors from my past life were true. Zhang Jianshu is a devourer disguised among humans. Chen, we've arrived. I never expected him to be a level 2 devourer. Attention everyone, up ahead is the supermarket where Chen said the supplies are stored. Our mission is clear. Eliminate the devourer tribe inside and bring the supplies back to our new base. It looks like all the devourers have already been wiped out. Captain, the supplies are loaded in the truck and the gas tank is full. We have enough fuel to get back to the new base. Chen wasn't lying. There really is a truckload of supplies here. I expected a fierce battle. Turns out this mission was so easy, it feels like a complete waste of time. Captain, I heard. The general entrusted this important mission to Chen, but tasks like these were always yours before. He's just a pretty boy. Does he think he can steal credit from me? Sister Duanya, why hasn't that idiot captain returned yet? The devourers in the supermarket were killed by Chen long ago. All they had to do was drive the truck back. Even brain-dead Mr. Napoleon can handle that. Who's worried about him? Chen asked us to care for the refugees' medical needs. I'm more concerned about those starving out there. They're here. We can head back now. Once they get close, it'll be hard to use mental powers to cloak your presence. Size matters. Reporting, General. The supplies have been delivered. Excellent. You really found supplies? Chen didn't deceive us. He truly can solve our food crisis. Chen is truly our savior. That pretty boy may not do much else, but he's good at rallying people. General, we've spotted signs of devourer tribe activity near a hospital to the south. It looks like a tribe of several dozen. A devourer tribe? Chen, this time I'll show everyone who the real protector of the people is. What? Are you planning to raid the armory? There's a military base nearby, but its entrance has long been flooded. It's probably become a death trap filled with mutated corpses. Even if we get in, it's just the three of us. How much can we carry out? Don't worry about that. Just take me to the armory. All right, I've been to that base before. I'll go with you. But first, we need a vehicle. The armory is far from here. Getting a vehicle won't be a problem. Is this magic? Is this your power? Enough talk. Get in the car. We're leaving now. Damn it, no matter how much water we pump, it's never enough. I refuse to believe this. Grab some useless items and throw them in as bait for those water ghouls. The city's supplies have mysteriously vanished. If we don't bring something back, we're as good as dead. Don't blame me. No, please, get down there, help me. The water ghouls have been lured out. Whoever goes down to pry open the door will be rewarded with a woman by the city lord when we return. Before the apocalypse, I had no money and no woman. Now that it's the apocalypse, I'm going for it. Damn it, I'm going for it too. It's the city lord's army. From the way they're moving, it's clear they've set their sights on this base's remaining supplies and weapons. In this world, even those who are supposed to protect us have become predators, circling like vultures over what little is left. I know a way around them. If we want to avoid a direct confrontation with the city lord's army, we'll have to take a risk and dive underwater. It's dangerous, but it's our best shot at slipping past unnoticed and reaching the supplies before they do. All right, we'll do it your way. Sometimes survival means trusting someone else's instincts, even when every nerve in your body screams to stay on dry land. In this world, hesitation can be fatal. See? Hurry. We need to move quickly if we want to make it out of here alive. Every second counts when danger is closing in from all sides. It's the water ghouls. Their pale forms writhe beneath the surface, drawn by the slightest movement or scent of blood. One wrong step and they'll drag us under, just like so many before. Oh no, I'm running out of air. My lungs burn as panic claws at my chest, the darkness pressing in from all sides. I can't let fear take over now. Don't be afraid. We've faced worse than this. Keep calm and follow my lead. We can make it through if we stick together and don't lose our heads. Wait, Chen can talk underwater? How is that even possible? In this world, nothing surprises me anymore, but his abilities seem to defy reason itself. Is he giving me oxygen? For a moment, I feel his hand on my shoulder, and then a rush of cool air fills my lungs. Somehow he's sharing his breath with me, keeping me alive when I should be drowning. Sperm. We're surrounded by water ghouls. Their eyes glow in the murky depths, and their claws scrape against the concrete. There's no way out but forward. We have to fight or be dragged under forever. Why isn't there any movement? The water has gone eerily still, as if every creature beneath the surface is holding its breath. Something isn't right. The water. The ghouls stopped. It's as if some unseen force has frozen them in place. I can't help but wonder if Chen is behind this strange calm. Could it be Chen? Is he really controlling these water ghouls? His powers seem limitless, and every time I think I understand him, he reveals something new. Is he controlling these water ghouls? If so, what else is he capable of? In a world where survival depends on power, Chen might be our greatest hope, or our greatest threat. Now, Get ready to hunt. The tables have turned. What once hunted us will now become our prey. In this world, only the ruthless survive. In the final days, countless supplies worth trillions vanished into chaos and ruin, leaving survivors desperate and fighting for scraps. You guys go up first. I'll cover the rear and make sure nothing follows us out of these flooded tunnels. We can't afford to lose anyone now. B3. Chen can even control water ghouls. Is he even human? Every day he reveals another impossible skill, making me question everything I thought I knew about this world. 9. How many abilities does he have that we still don't know about? With each crisis, Chen seems to pull another miracle from thin air. Is there any limit to his power? All these water ghouls and only one white core dropped. The drop rate is too low. Even in the apocalypse, luck is a cruel master. Getting a white core in such a short time and you're still complaining. Some people never appreciate how rare fortune truly is in this world. Although a white core doesn't grant new abilities, it can strengthen the ones you already have. Every little advantage counts when survival hangs by a thread. Why is there a cat here? In all this chaos, a lone feline sits calmly among the ruins. A strange reminder of the world we lost. The base probably kept cats to control rats. Looks like this one survived the apocalypse by being trapped inside. Its eyes are sharp. This cat is no ordinary pet anymore. But this cat is quite impressive. It managed to snatch the crystal core right out of Chen's hand. Even animals have learned new tricks to survive in this world. Little guy, you can't eat that. How about I trade you for something better? Even in the apocalypse, bartering with a clever animal feels strangely normal. Superfish snack, an irresistible treat for any cat, even one hardened by disaster. Sometimes, small comforts are all we have left. I've been outwitted by a cat twice. In a world full of monsters and mutants, it's humbling to be bested by a creature so small and cunning. Anything that survives the apocalypse is no ordinary being. Whether human or animal, only the clever and ruthless endure these times. We're lucky, the power system is still operational. For now, we have light and maybe even hope. But luck never lasts long in this world. Let's go. The armory is just ahead. If we move quickly, we might secure enough weapons to defend ourselves against whatever comes next. Before the Great Flood, survivors evacuated in a panic, leaving behind more than just memories. Their abandoned supplies could mean life or death for us now, but there's no way they had time to take all the supplies with them. Somewhere in these ruins lies enough to keep us alive, if we're brave enough to claim it. We've arrived. The air is thick with tension. Every shadow could hide an enemy or a chance at salvation. This arsenal is enough to arm a force of 500 people. If we find a tank among all this wreckage, we might even stand against 1,000 foes. For once, hope feels real. Hey, be careful. One wrong move could set off a chain reaction. Here, even victory comes with deadly risks. Hey, don't worry. The real problem now is how do we take all of this back? There's only so much we can carry, and so many dangers between here and safety. The City Lord's troops could show up at any moment. Going back for reinforcements isn't an option. We're on our own now. What's going on? Something feels off. The silence is too deep, too unnatural for a place like this. Chen, by day, I found a tank. It's old but looks intact. With this, we might actually stand a chance against whatever comes next. But there's a monster chasing me. Its footsteps shake the ground. If it catches me before I reach the tank, I'm done for. Help. Somebody help. The monster's right behind me. I can feel its breath on my neck. Do something. If that thing blows up the armory, we're all dead. One spark could turn our last hope into ashes. Space, activate. With a single command, Chen bends reality itself, storing weapons and supplies in an invisible vault beyond reach of danger or decay. Wait, did you just store everything inside that space? That power could change everything, if only we survive long enough to use it. Chen, your ability is amazing. With skills like yours on our side, maybe, just maybe, we'll see another sunrise after all this chaos. But can you store the monster too? If not, we're still in grave danger. The beast won't stop until it tears us apart or claims what's left of our hope. Living mutated creatures can't be stored. That means we'll have to face it head on. No shortcuts or easy escapes this time. Now's not the time to talk about this. Focus. We need every ounce of strength and courage if we're going to make it out alive. I'll lure the monster away. Chen, retreat. Xiaofeng, find a chance to drive the truck out while you still can. Hey, what are you doing? Don't get reckless now. One mistake could cost us everything. The supplies are in your space. I have to make sure you get back to base safely, even if it means risking my own life. Watch out. Quit wasting time. I'll handle the mutated beast. You go check on Xiaofeng and make sure he's safe. Chen, don't you dare die on me. We've come too far and lost too much for it all to end here. That's strange. This mutated beast doesn't match anything I remember from my last life. Something about it feels wrong, unnatural even for this world. I don't remember hearing about a mutated beast like you in this area during my last life. Has something changed, or did I simply never survive long enough to see it? But it doesn't matter. No matter what you are or where you came from, your crystal core will be mine before this night is over. Your crystal core is mine anyway. In this world of ruin and monsters, victory belongs only to those bold enough to seize it with their own hands. It sounded like the explosion erupted from deep within the base itself. Panic set in as the boss barked orders, his voice tense. The water level was dropping at an alarming rate, a sure sign that the blast had fractured something vital below. The team exchanged worried glances, knowing that every second counted before the entire structure might collapse or flood, sealing their fate beneath tons of rubble and water. Damn it! Looks like someone beat us to it, the boss snarled, suspicion and anger flaring in his eyes. Someone dares to play tricks right under my nose. Hunt them down, kill them for me. His voice echoed through the dim corridors, but then a different hunger surfaced. Hey, did you guys hear me? A subordinate piped up. Boss, it's a rabbit. We haven't had meat in ages. The tension shifted, primal needs momentarily overtaking vengeance as they eyed the small creature warily. How about we eat the rabbit first before dealing with them? One of the survivors suggested, licking his lips. But as they drew closer, unease crept in. The rabbit's mouth curled into an unnatural grin, its eyes glinting with something almost human. In this world, even prey could be a predator in disguise. The group hesitated, instincts warring with hunger as they wondered if this was just another trap in a world full of them. 12. The number echoed in my mind. A countdown, a warning, or perhaps just another meaningless remnant of a world that no longer made sense. In this wasteland, even numbers seemed to carry secrets. Kong, the word lingered in the dust-choked air, a symbol etched into broken walls and battered hearts. It meant whole, but here it was more. An entrance to danger, an exit to freedom, or sometimes just another dead end in the labyrinth of survival. A breath exhaled into the silence, heavy with exhaustion and dread. Each sigh was a reminder of how precious air had become in these suffocating ruins, where every inhale might be your last. As expected, the bodies of Level 2 creatures were as tough as steel. Their hides deflected blades and bullets alike, making every encounter a deadly gamble. We learned quickly that brute force alone wouldn't save us. Cunning and desperation became our only weapons against these monsters forged by apocalypse. Just like Zhang Jianshu, the Level 2 clan leader who survived that explosion without so much as a scratch. Compared to him, my own body felt fragile and weak. I envied his resilience, but knew I couldn't rely on envy alone. I'd have to find my own way to endure in this unforgiving world. Ni Kuai Kan Manhwa. Words that once promised escape through stories now felt like a cruel joke. There were no heroes here, only survivors clinging to hope as reality pressed in from all sides. But that doesn't mean I can't deal with this. Even if I'm not as strong or as fearless as those legends from before, I refuse to give up. Every challenge is just another test, a chance to prove that I belong among the living. As long as I take care of this parasitic vine rooted in its brain, I might just have a chance. The thought sent chills down my spine. Nothing was ever simple anymore. Every victory came at a cost, and every mistake could be fatal. Space jump. It looked like this wasn't going to be as easy as I'd hoped. My heart pounded as I braced myself. Every move had to be perfect in this world where one misstep could mean death. Meow. Even my feline companions sensed the danger lurking just out of sight. Min, huh? It's you? Hey, be careful. Don't come any closer. Quick, look at the comic. No, focus. Reality was far more dangerous than any story now. One wrong move and we'd both be lost. Whoa, no way. Are you a mutated beast, TUS02? The question hung between us like smoke. fear and awe mingling as we faced something neither fully understood nor trusted. Xiaofeng, are you all right? The shout cut through the chaos, desperate and raw. In this world, every bond mattered. Every friend was a lifeline dangling over the abyss. If you can hear me, say something. Sis Bai's voice trembled with worry. I'm fine, I managed to reply, forcing strength into my words, even as fear gnawed at me from within. Luckily, I dodged in time, or I would have been flattened. The realization sent adrenaline surging through my veins. Close calls were becoming all too common in this shattered world. Good, I'll get you out right now. Her determination was unwavering, a beacon of hope in the darkness. An unfamiliar sound punctuated her promise, but I clung to her words like a lifeline. Who's there? Is it you guys? My voice echoed off crumbling walls as shadows shifted around me. Trust was rare here. Every encounter could turn deadly in an instant. Did you open the door? What are these guys doing? Confusion warred with suspicion as I tried to piece together their motives. Nothing was ever straightforward anymore. Wait, there's something wrong with them. My instinct screamed a warning even before I saw their vacant eyes and jerky movements. Pay. Some things were better left undisturbed in this cursed place. Kwai kan Manhwa. The phrase haunted me like a memory from another life. Once it meant comfort, now it was just another echo lost among ruins and regrets. It's getting bigger. My heart raced as I watched the creature swell before my eyes. Da, a sound that marked each terrifying transformation in this unpredictable world. Kuch, a word from another tongue drifted through my mind, reminding me that survival was universal. Fear spoke every language here. Looks like you're mortal enemies after all. As they say, two tigers can't share one mountain. In this world of scarcity and suspicion, alliances were fragile and rivalries deadly. You grabbed the crystal core to lure us here, didn't you? 101. The accusation hung heavy between us as trust fractured further under the weight of desperation. Now that you've seen my strength, you want to team up with me. The offer was tempting but dangerous. Partnerships here often ended in betrayal or bloodshed. Then as you wish. Kwang, the sound of resolve hardening into action, echoed through the ruined halls as we prepared for whatever came next. Let's fight together. For now at least, our fates were intertwined. Survival demanded uneasy alliances and constant vigilance. 未经许可，不能转载。已经发现，必追究法律责任。Even now, old warnings clung to scraps of paper and broken screens, a reminder that some rules outlasted civilization itself. Meow. The cry cut through the gloom, a small but fierce declaration of life amid so much death and decay. UAU, strange symbols littered our path, remnants of languages and cultures lost to time, but still whispering secrets to those who listened closely enough. The sun rose and set over ruins unchanged by human hands. Its light offered little warmth or hope in this new age of darkness. In another life, these words might have meant identity or purpose. Now they were just fragments scattered among memories and dust. This won't hurt it. We need to coordinate. Every battle demanded teamwork. One mistake could doom us all against creatures born from nightmare and necessity alike. You use your speed to get around its side and distract the vines. Leave the rest to me. Our plans were desperate but precise. Every move choreographed for survival against impossible odds. Meow. Even in chaos, my companion's voice reminded me that I wasn't alone, that hope could survive even here. 2. The number flickered on broken screens and battered walls. Sometimes it meant hope, sometimes only another countdown to disaster. Kwang, the sound reverberated through empty corridors, marking each clash between life and death in this endless struggle for survival. Just like that. 0. Sometimes victory came suddenly and without warning. Other times it slipped through our fingers like ash on the wind. Keep on attacking. Relentlessness was our only advantage against monsters that never tired or faltered. Hesitation meant death here. Meow! My companion's cry spurred me onward, a reminder that even small voices could make a difference when everything else seemed lost. This time the crystal core is mine. Greed and desperation fueled every action. Resources were scarce and trust even scarcer in this broken world. Meow. %07. Nonsense or code. In this place, even gibberish could hide meaning or madness beneath its surface. Looks like the area outside the armory has flooded. Now that the walls are damaged, this place will be submerged soon. Time was running out. We had to move fast or risk being trapped forever beneath rising waters and collapsing stone. A simple sound carried weight here. Every unexpected noise could signal danger or opportunity lurking just beyond sight. Meow, 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 meow. Tong meow, 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 meow. My feline friend's frantic cries echoed off damp walls, a warning or plea lost amid chaos and confusion. Haha. So my laughter died on my lips as realization dawned. Nothing was ever what it seemed anymore in this twisted world. Afraid of water, huh? Fear took many forms here. Even the bravest had weaknesses waiting to be exploited by fate or foe alike. How about you come with me and I'll get you out of here? Meow, 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 meow. Huangdong, my offer hung between us like a fragile bridge over troubled waters. Trust was hard won, but desperately needed now. All right, forget it then. Sometimes pride outweighed prudence, even when survival demanded compromise above all else. Meow, meow, meow. My companion's protest rang out, a stubborn refusal to give up or give in despite overwhelming odds. La la, the sound of something being pulled or dragged echoed through empty halls. Every noise set nerves on edge in this haunted place. Changed your mind already? Dian Xing, doubt flickered across faces hardened by loss. Decisions here were rarely final or easy. Remember, this was your choice. I didn't force you. In this world stripped bare by disaster, responsibility weighed heavier than ever before. Damn it! These things should already be dead. Frustration boiled over as monsters refused to stay down. Death itself seemed uncertain here. Kwai Kan Manhwa, why won't they just stay down? Desperation colored every word as we fought enemies that defied logic and refused surrender. Sister Bai, the tank won't start. Leave me and escape. Sacrifice became second nature when survival meant making impossible choices every day. Escape? Where would we even go? Let's deal with this mess first. Hope was fragile but stubborn. It clung to life even when reason said otherwise. Huh? Is that a rabbit? In this world twisted by disaster, even familiar creatures could become omens or threats in disguise. Ha-ah! A breathless gasp escaped my lips as tension mounted. Every moment felt stretched thin between hope and despair. It's absorbing energy from the corpses. A sickening realization dawned. Nothing here truly died. Everything fed on everything else in an endless cycle of survival and decay. Sister Bai, watch out behind you. She danger lurked everywhere. Even those closest to us could fall victim if we let our guard down for an instant. Kwai Kan Manhwa. The phrase repeated itself like a mantra or curse. Stories offered little comfort when reality was far stranger than fiction ever dared to be. The cry tore from my throat as pain or terror overwhelmed reason. Survival demanded everything we had and more besides. Damn it, I let my guard down. Regret burned hot as consequences closed in. Mistakes here were paid for in blood or worse. Monster, die! Rage fueled every blow. We fought not just for survival, but for vengeance against a world gone mad with hunger and hate. Kwai Kan Manhwa. The words flickered across broken screens. Once they promised escape into fantasy, now they mocked us with reminders of what we'd lost forever. 7. The number lingered at the edge of consciousness. Maybe it meant luck or doom, or simply another tally mark on fate's endless ledger. Huff. Shy, each breath came ragged and hard-won. Exhaustion threatened to claim us, even as danger pressed closer still. Huff. Air burned in my lungs as I forced myself onward. There was no rest for survivors here, only brief respites between battles unending. Huff. Finally dealt with, it wasn't victory so much as survival, bought for another fleeting moment in a world determined to see us fall. Almuz, a foreign word, drifted through ruined streets. Reminders that once there had been many worlds within this one, all lost now beneath ash and silence. The world had fallen into chaos, and even the language of survival was reduced to broken syllables and desperate sounds. Every day we woke to the same uncertainty, our minds clouded by the weight of what we'd lost and what we still had to protect. In this wasteland, even a single word could mean hope or doom. Crystal core. The words echoed in my mind, sharp and unfamiliar. In this new world, every strange object held the promise of power or peril. I stared at the shimmering fragment in my palm, wondering if it was a blessing or a curse, and whether it could change the fate of those who dared to claim it. Xiaofeng, are you okay? The panic in my voice betrayed my fear as I rushed to his side. He coughed, clutching his throat, but managed a shaky smile. I'm fine. Just accidentally swallowed the crystal core, he admitted, his eyes wide with confusion and a hint of dread. In this world, accidents like that could mean anything: mutation, death, or something far stranger. And now my body feels a bit strange, Xiaofeng muttered, glancing down at his trembling hands. The air was thick with tension as we watched him for any sign of change. In this place, even the smallest shift could mean disaster or salvation. We waited, breathless, as the unknown took hold. Meow, meow. The cat's cries cut through the silence, a small reminder of life's persistence amid ruin. Its presence was oddly comforting, a fragile thread tying us to the world that once was. Even in the apocalypse, companionship could be found in the most unexpected places. You ate a crystal core. The disbelief in my voice was palpable. In this shattered world, such an act bordered on madness. No one knew what these cores truly did. Some said they granted power, others whispered of horrific transformations. Now, all we could do was wait and see what fate had in store for Xiaofeng. Chen stood at the edge of the ruined street, his silhouette framed by the flickering light of distant fires. He was a survivor, hardened by loss, sharpened by necessity. In this world, names were more than labels. They were legacies built on blood and grit. Why can't I feel any powers? Is there a trick to it? Xiaofeng's frustration was clear as he clenched his fists. The promise of strength dangled just out of reach, taunting him with its silence. In a world where power meant survival, ignorance was a dangerous weakness. To quickly gain control of powers, the best way is through a fight, Chen declared, his voice steady despite the chaos around us. But first, let me get you all out of here. He moved with purpose, guiding us through debris-strewn alleys as danger lurked in every shadow. Survival demanded action, and sometimes violence. Bai Chang, your clothes. I hesitated as I noticed the torn fabric and fresh scratches. The mutant beast just tore them, Bai Kang replied with a shaky laugh, but I'm fine. In this world, wounds were badges of survival, and every scar told a story of battles fought and won. A single letter, D, scrawled on a crumbling wall caught my eye. It was a remnant of something lost, a message unfinished, a name forgotten. In this world of ruins, even the smallest marks hinted at lives interrupted and stories left untold. Are you really planning to keep a cat in the apocalypse? Someone asked incredulously. I nodded without hesitation. Yes, it'll be sticking with me from now on. In a world stripped bare by disaster, loyalty, no matter how small or furry, was worth clinging to. Please, let me go. The plea hung in the air, raw and desperate. Fear twisted every syllable as hope faded into resignation. In this world, mercy was rare, and freedom even rarer. He sneered at my desperation. The more you beg, the more excited I get. That voice, it's music to my ears. Don't rush, let's make her scream even louder. His words dripped with malice as he toyed with our fear, savoring every moment of control in this lawless wasteland. Make her scream even louder. The command echoed off broken walls as cruelty became entertainment for those who had lost their humanity. In this world, suffering was currency, and some reveled in spending it. Ah, please don't kill me, I screamed, my voice cracking under the weight of terror. The darkness pressed in closer as hope slipped further away. In this place, every breath felt borrowed. I beg you. My words tumbled out in sobs as I clung to any shred of mercy that might remain in their hearts. But in this world, kindness was often drowned out by hunger and hate. He grinned wickedly. If you serve me well, maybe I'll keep you around as a slave. The promise of survival came at a terrible price, one that stripped away dignity and left only obedience behind. "But if you don't satisfy me," he threatened coldly, "I'll hang you up there to dry like jerky." His words painted a gruesome picture, one that haunted every survivor's nightmares in this merciless new world. "I don't want to be jerky." The protest burst from my lips before I could stop it, a desperate attempt to cling to life and humanity amid the horror that surrounded us. I'll do my best to please you." My voice trembled with fear and shame as I surrendered to his demands. In this world, survival often meant sacrificing everything else. "Good," he barked with satisfaction, sealing my fate with a single word. Obedience was rewarded, resistance was crushed without mercy in this brutal new order. A sudden cry, raw and guttural, echoed through the ruins. It was a sound born of pain and desperation, a reminder that suffering was never far away in this shattered world. Urgent voices called out from the shadows, "Hurry, hurry up and look." In this place where danger lurked around every corner, vigilance was our only shield against disaster. Ah! The scream tore through the silence, a warning that something terrible had just happened or was about to unfold. Every sound carried weight in this world where safety was an illusion. Someone's coming. The question hung in the air as we strained to listen for footsteps among the rubble. In this world, every stranger could be friend or foe, and hesitation could be fatal. "Let's handle business first. We'll come back to have some fun." Their laughter faded into the distance as they left us trembling in fear. Even moments of reprieve were tainted by threats that lingered like poison in the air. A guttural voice snarled from behind, "Who's this kid disrupting my enjoyment?" Rage simmered beneath his words, a reminder that cruelty thrived unchecked in these lawless ruins. "Kill him and make him our dinner." The command was met with savage cheers as hunger twisted men into monsters. In this world, survival often meant becoming what you once feared most. The remnants of old advertisements still clung to broken walls. Latest free comics at www.boratskans.com. They were relics from another life, a stark contrast to the grim reality we now faced each day. "Chen," someone whispered urgently. "Xiao Feng just recovered, and now he has to face 3 devourers. Can he handle it?" Doubt gnawed at us as we watched him prepare for battle, knowing that failure meant death for all of us. "Meow. Relax. I'm right here to watch over him." The cat's gentle reassurance brought a fleeting sense of comfort amid chaos, a small beacon of hope when all else seemed lost. If he's truly Fengshen, the one they called a human nuke in my previous life, he should manage just fine. Besides, real combat is the best teacher for mastering powers. Only through fire could strength be forged anew in this unforgiving world. "Still acting tough? You're dead today." The threat rang out across the battlefield as enemies closed in with murderous intent. There was no room for weakness here. Only those who fought back survived another day. "This is your last day on Earth." The words were spat with venom as weapons were raised and bloodlust filled the air. Every fight felt like it could be our last in this relentless struggle for survival. A deafening crash echoed through the ruins, a brutal reminder that violence was never far away. The world had become a battleground where only the ruthless thrived. 2 figures squared off amid the rubble, their eyes locked in silent challenge as fate hung in the balance. Every confrontation here was a test of willpower and strength. "Looks like he's struggling. Xiao Feng will be beaten to death at this rate." Panic surged through our ranks as we watched him falter under relentless assault. Hope flickered dangerously low. "No," someone observed quietly. "He seems to have figured out how to use his powers." A spark of possibility ignited within us. Maybe there was still a chance for victory after all. The Devourer's strength was several times that of a human. Its monstrous form towered over us, a living nightmare forged by apocalypse and hunger alike. This guy, why isn't he hurt at all? Because I'm absorbing most of the energy from your punches. Xiaofeng's voice rang out with newfound confidence as he turned his enemy's strength against them, a rare advantage in this brutal world. What the hell are you talking about? Kill him! Rage twisted their faces as they lunged forward, determined to crush any hope that dared defy them. No, instead of absorbing, it's more like plundering. Xiaofeng realized with awe and terror that his power didn't just take energy, it stole it completely, leaving his enemies hollowed out and helpless before him. Ability, Plunderer. The name alone sent chills down our spines as we witnessed its devastating effect firsthand. In this world where power meant everything, such an ability could change everything. My strength, it's being drained. Ah, let me go. The Devourer's howl echoed through the ruins as Xiaofeng's power sapped its life away, a reversal of fortune few ever witnessed here. Such a powerful ability. Xiaofeng is like a black hole, greedily absorbing energy around him. He truly is Fengshen. Awe mingled with fear as we watched him wield his newfound strength, a force unlike any we'd seen before in this shattered world. All right, with victory secured for now, we allowed ourselves a brief moment of relief, knowing full well that peace would never last long here. Luckily, I intervened in time, or you all would have been devourer food. His words were harsh but true. Survival often depended on split-second decisions and ruthless action. As repayment, he demanded coldly, hand over your food. In this world stripped bare by disaster, every scrap mattered, and nothing came without cost. Captain Sun, you... The surprise in my voice betrayed both relief and suspicion. Alliances shifted quickly here, and trust was always fragile. Xiaofeng, get in the car first, Chen urged quietly. I'll give Captain Sun some food, but you do realize it's the apocalypse now. Resources were scarce, generosity could be fatal if given too freely. I can only spare this much. Is that... My words trailed off as I handed over our precious supplies, hoping it would be enough to buy another day of safety for us all. The faded letters on an old sign read, Baratscans.com. Once it might have meant entertainment. Now it was just another ghost from before everything changed. Dog food? You enjoy it. We're leaving. With those words, we turned away, forced to find dignity wherever we could amid scraps and leftovers from another life. Chen, you just wait. The threat lingered long after Captain Sun disappeared into the shadows, a promise that conflict would return sooner rather than later. Captain Sun, why didn't you take the chance to kill that Xiaofeng kid? Instead, you saved him? Suspicion simmered beneath every question. Motives were rarely pure in this fractured society. You think I didn't want to? My axe somehow missed. Otherwise, Xiaofeng would be meeting the king of hell right now. Frustration boiled over as old loyalties clashed with new realities, and nothing felt certain anymore. The general now trusts these outsiders over us loyal old comrades. Now that Xiaofeng has powers, we'll be sidelined from the core of power. Resentment festered among those who once held sway, now forced to watch their influence slip away piece by piece. If Gao Weiyi doesn't trust me, then I won't show mercy. This base needs a new leader. Ambition burned bright even amid ruin, proving that power struggles never truly died out here. Does Captain Sun have a grudge against you? The question lingered between us, a reminder that danger came not just from monsters outside, but from rivals within our own ranks. No, but Captain Sun's always been this way. Don't let it get to you. Xiaofeng is way too trusting with his people. If I hadn't intervened, he'd be dead already. Caution warred with compassion as we tried to navigate alliances built on shifting sand. So if it's not personal, I mused quietly, there must be an agenda. In this world where trust was scarce and betrayal common, motives were always suspect, and secrets deadly. If there's an agenda, Chen continued grimly, he's likely been building his own faction within the base. Paranoia became survival instinct when enemies hid behind familiar faces. If that's the case, I said firmly, let's settle this in one go. Yun, you're amazing. Base wall construction site. The words rang out with pride and hope as we worked together to build something lasting amid so much destruction and loss. Having you here makes building this wall feel effortless. Our efficiency has doubled. However, I do consume a significant amount of food each time. Can everyone manage that? Woo. As long as we can complete the wall and keep everyone safe, it's absolutely worth it. Huh? Something's not right. I can feel it. There's more lurking beneath the surface than just the obvious dangers. Chen has returned. Hey, don't run around. You'll scare the others, I called out, my voice echoing through the hollowed remains of what used to be a bustling warehouse. In this world, every sudden movement could mean danger, and panic was a luxury we couldn't afford. The survivors huddled together, their eyes wide with fear and exhaustion, flinching at every unexpected sound. I tried to keep my tone calm, but the tension in the air was palpable. We had all seen too much, lost too much, to let chaos take hold now. Every step needed to be measured, every action deliberate. In this fragile community, even a single frightened shout could unravel the thin thread of hope we clung to. I watched as the group settled, their breath slowing, and reminded myself that leadership meant more than just giving orders. It meant keeping fear at bay, if only for another night. A plaintive meow echoed softly in the dim light, a rare sound of innocence in a world gone silent. The little cat wove between our legs, its tail flicking with curiosity and perhaps a hint of hope. In the midst of devastation, its presence was almost surreal, a reminder of gentler times before the world had fallen apart. The survivors watched it with a mixture of amusement and longing, as if the cat's simple joy could somehow shield us from the darkness pressing in on all sides. For a moment, its meow cut through the tension, offering a fleeting sense of normalcy that none of us dared to believe could last. It seems pretty happy. Maybe it hasn't been outside for a while, someone remarked, watching the cat explore its new surroundings with wide-eyed wonder. Brother, aren't you worried it'll run away? The question hung in the air, heavy with unspoken fears. In this world, nothing stayed for long. People disappeared overnight, supplies vanished without warning, and trust was as fragile as glass. Yet here was this small creature, content to stay by our side despite the chaos outside. I glanced at my brother, searching his face for reassurance. If even a cat could find comfort here, maybe there was hope for us too. With all the treats, cat food, and everything I gave it, where else would it find this kind of care? He replied with a wry smile. His words carried a bittersweet truth. Resources were scarce, yet we still found ways to nurture life where we could. The cat purred contentedly at his feet, oblivious to the dangers lurking beyond our makeshift walls. In caring for it, perhaps we were trying to hold on to our own humanity, refusing to let the world's cruelty harden us completely. Each small act of kindness became an act of defiance against despair. Brother Chen, here's the empty warehouse you asked for. Is it big enough? The question was met with a nod and a rare smile. Yes. Perfect. The vast space echoed with our footsteps as we surveyed what would become our new base, a sanctuary carved out of ruin. The emptiness was daunting, but it also held promise. Here, we could start over, build something lasting amid the wreckage. Every corner whispered stories of what once was and what might be again if we dared to hope. The faded graffiti on the wall caught my eye, remnants of a world obsessed with comics and fleeting entertainment. Now those days felt like another lifetime. We moved quickly past it, focused on survival rather than nostalgia. There was no time for distractions. Every second counted in this relentless struggle to endure. You have spatial abilities. The words slipped out in awe and disbelief as I watched Chen manipulate reality itself. In a world where power meant survival, such abilities were both a blessing and a curse. The others stared in shock, realizing that everything they thought they knew had just changed. With this revelation came new hope and new dangers. "Wait, did you bring all the supplies from—" My voice trailed off as realization dawned. The impossible suddenly seemed within reach. If Chen truly had access to resources beyond our wildest dreams, then maybe we stood a chance against the odds stacked against us. "The military base," someone finished for me, their voice trembling with anticipation and fear. The thought of weapons and rations hidden away in some secret pocket of space was almost too much to believe. Yet here we were, on the brink of something extraordinary. If only we could keep it safe from those who would use it for destruction. With these weapons in our possession, the safety of our new base was almost guaranteed. Or so we hoped. Firearms gleamed in the dim light, each one a promise of protection against the horrors outside. But security was never absolute. Every advantage came with its own risks. We would need vigilance as much as firepower if we were to survive what lay ahead. "Brother Chen, you didn't plan on hiding your spatial abilities from us?" The question was gentle but loaded with meaning. Trust was hard-won in these times. Secrets could be deadly. Chen met our gaze steadily, his silence speaking volumes about the burdens he carried and the faith he placed in us now. "We're all in this together now," I said quietly. "If I don't trust you, who can I trust?" The words felt heavy but necessary, a declaration that our fates were intertwined whether we liked it or not. In this new world order, alliances were everything. Betrayal meant certain death. "True. Without you," someone chimed in earnestly, their gratitude shining through exhaustion and fear, "there'd be no new base. We'll definitely keep your secret." Another voice joined in. "General, the new base doesn't have a name yet. To honor Chen's contribution, how about we call it the Dawnlight Base?" The suggestion hung in the air like a beacon, a symbol of hope rising from devastation. A translator's note flashed briefly in my mind. Chen's name meant dawn, Dawnlight Base. Dawnlight symbolized hope and new beginnings. It was more than just a name, it was a promise to ourselves that we would not let darkness win. "It's a great name. Let's go with that," someone declared, and for once everyone agreed without hesitation. "Huh? Just like that?" I asked in disbelief, surprised by how quickly consensus had formed among people who rarely agreed on anything these days. In my previous life, or what felt like another existence, the base that Gao Wei established had been the last safe haven during the apocalypse. Memories of desperate nights and narrow escapes haunted me still. Now, to have it named after me was truly an honor, a recognition I never expected in this harsh new reality. "Senior Duan, you're amazing. You removed that mutant plant so effortlessly," someone exclaimed as relief swept through the group. The threat had been neutralized for now, but danger always lurked just beyond our fragile walls. "This surgery wouldn't be possible without you, Senior Duan," another survivor added gratefully. In these desperate times, every life saved felt like a small victory against overwhelming odds. "Sadly, the environment here isn't great. Many severe cases can't be treated," I admitted quietly. Our medical supplies were limited and conditions far from ideal. Every day brought new challenges we were barely equipped to face. "Yes, if we could just clear out the devourers from the hospital next to the base," someone suggested hopefully, "there would be plenty of medical supplies." The idea sparked a glimmer of determination among us. We needed every advantage we could get if we wanted to survive another week. The scalpel Duanya was holding caught the little cat's eye and seemed to trigger some terrifying memories buried deep within its mind. Its fur bristled as it backed away cautiously, a silent reminder that trauma lingered even for those who couldn't speak. "Meow!" The cat's cry pierced the tense silence, a sharp reminder that fear could strike at any moment for both humans and animals alike. "It's shaking." I noticed with concern as I watched the small creature tremble uncontrollably in Duanya's presence. Even animals sensed when something wasn't right in this broken world. "Is it hungry? Why not come with me?" I called softly, hoping to coax it closer and offer some comfort amid all this uncertainty. The clock read 8:08, a meaningless number now that time had lost all significance except as a measure of survival between disasters. "When Chen returns," I resolved silently, "I'll ask if we can keep it." The thought brought a rare sense of anticipation, something to look forward to beyond mere survival. After all, I reminded myself grimly, it's hard enough just to feed ourselves. In times like these, every mouth counted, every scrap of food was precious currency in this ruined world. "We're here," someone announced as we finally reached our destination, a battered building that would serve as our temporary shelter for now. "This is our temporary shelter," I explained to the newcomers as they looked around warily at the makeshift beds and barricaded windows. Zero comfort remained from our old lives. Only necessity dictated how we lived now. "Hey, beauty, how about having some fun with me?" The crude remark cut through the gloom like a knife, a reminder that even in apocalypse, some people clung to old habits best left behind. "Who?" I demanded sharply, scanning the shadows for any sign of threat or unwelcome intruder. "Ah!" A startled cry rang out as someone stumbled backward. Fear never far from the surface these days. The faded comic logo on a tattered poster caught my eye again. A relic from before everything changed forever. "Chen, when did you get back?" Relief mingled with surprise as familiar faces greeted him at the entrance. His return always brought renewed hope to our weary group. "Huh? How did you know it was me?" Chen asked with genuine curiosity as he set down his pack by the door. "The only person completely immune to my psychic powers is you." I shrugged with a faint smile. "Ah, makes sense." "So," I mused aloud as realization dawned on me, "Chen brought you back, huh? You haven't named it yet, have you?" Someone asked as they watched the little cat curl up by Chen's feet. A rare moment of peace amid chaos. "Looking at its pattern," another observed thoughtfully, "doesn't it look like gold? How about calling it Gold?" "Meow, meow, meow." "Gold? Nice name." I grinned before adding playfully, "But weren't you going to help me wash up?" "Meow," came the soft reply, a sound that somehow made everything feel just a little bit lighter for an instant. "By the way, how did things go at the armory?" "Any gains?" someone asked eagerly. The prospect of new supplies always brought fresh energy to our tired group. "Of course. With this," Chen replied confidently, "I should be able to evolve into a level 2 human." The cat tilted its head curiously. "Meow? Sorry, things were chaotic at the time." "Actually," Chen admitted sheepishly, "I stored the crystal core in my spatial storage. And also, the last crystal core made me feel a strong desire," he confessed quietly. "So I specially brought this one back." "Are you going to eat it now?" someone asked with wide eyes, uncertain whether to be impressed or afraid by what might happen next. Is this a level 2 human?" someone whispered in awe as they watched Chen begin his transformation, a moment both terrifying and full of possibility. "Chen, you..." My voice faltered as I struggled to process what I was seeing. Change had become our only constant in this world turned upside down. I can't bear it." Tears welled up unbidden as grief threatened to overwhelm me once more. Loss had become too familiar and ached. "Meow!" The cat's cry echoed through the room, a small but persistent reminder that life went on even when everything else seemed lost. "Chen, you came back and didn't come find me." Accusation mixed with relief as old bonds were tested by new realities. Reunions always carried their own kind of pain here. "I'm here," I whispered softly, hoping those simple words could bridge all that had been lost between us since the world ended. "Mad," the single word burst out, raw emotion laid bare after too many days spent holding everything inside just to survive another sunrise. "Yon, please, help me. Chen, he..." Desperation colored every syllable as fear threatened to consume what little hope remained between us all. Chen, I called out urgently, his name both plea and anchor amid swirling uncertainty and dread. My voice trailed off as realization struck. Whatever happened next would change everything once again for all of us left standing here together. You came just in time. Relief flooded my voice as Chen stepped into view. The timing perfect in a world where luck rarely favored anyone anymore.